Ochai, what's the key for you guys to balancing? Like, I know it's not customary for Kansas to lose back-to-back games. You're back on the road again. I mean, what's the big thing for you guys?
Really, I don't think we've had our true response game. Kind of going back and having to, or coming off a loss against Oklahoma State going into Baylor. We wanted to bounce back in that game. They're a tough opponent, but really, I feel like our true bounce back game could come against Oklahoma this Saturday. So.
Hi, Ochai. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How do you keep from being frustrated? When you guys have these moments that are of greatness, and then you have times when you're not getting the results you want. What has been the key for this group? Because man, you're in a year where you have to stick together because it's rough all around.
Yeah. Just really, reminding the team, reminding the guys, that in this situation, you really can't get too high or too low about things. We've been up here and, we're been down here, but, we just got to keep level and keep moving and stay positive, really. Just try to keep getting better every single day to come out with wins in these games. So.
We're looking ahead to tournament time when, they're talking about everybody being in one place. But so what is the message basically for this team to stay focused? Because, it's that second season everybody still aims for. And you guys still are, are up there, you're ranked. What is the message to the team as far as staying focused, and what can you do to get better?
I'd say just needing guys to step up, knowing that we have to have those guys to step up to win. Some just guys, not really in particular, but just energy and different things like that go into winning games, and tangibles that really go into winning games. I think we just need to get a better grasp on that and just understand that better. So moving forward, we can be more successful.
Okay.
Hey, Ochai, what did Oklahoma do to you guys, or what was the biggest challenge about them when they came up here that you guys are kind of focusing on going down there?
I think it was really just when we defensively, they had us, spread out. They were kind of playing off their big. I think just us turning them up more on defense or on offense. I think is our biggest game plan going in there, making them play bad on their home court. Just that's what we need to really focus on, just going on in these road battles and stuff.
Obviously, Manic didn't play in that game, but you've seen him before. Does that change the approach, or does it, kind of fall in line with what you did last time? Because I think that game you said with him being out, you didn't really change much. But now that he's most likely going to be back anyway, do you focus on him more, or is it the same idea?
I would say it's the same idea. Leading up until game time, that's when we found out that he wasn't going to be playing. So just the same mindset going into this, going into playing Oklahoma and how they run their offense through him, and just attacking him and taking away what he has in his game. So.
Hey, Ochai, whether it's Drew Timme or Cade Cunningham or Butler, how do you guys bother or disrupt another player who has a hot hand?
Really just I think keying in and locking in on that person. Sometimes they will put Marcus on them and they'll play to a switch or something like that to get Marcus off. But really it's just the other guys that have to really lock in and focus when they're guarding that person to disrupt them more than what we've been doing, obviously, because teams have their best players, and when their best players get off to good starts, that's what they play to. So I think eliminating that moving forward is something that we could do better, I think.
Coach, are teams doing anything different with Jalen right now? Obviously, you got off to such a hot start this season and drew some attention probably because of that. Are you seeing teams defend him any differently or force him into things that maybe he's not wanting to do?
I wouldn't say defend him differently. I would say just keying in on him more, being aware of him on the offensive or on our offensive end. I think just scouting him better. I think that's, moving into this conference season, I think that's something that, guys kind of go against is the other teams scout against them. So, I mean, just adjusting to that and, playing through that, I think is something that's new to him. And I've been talking him through that. So
what's the advice you give him? How does someone get through something like that?
I mean, it's hard just to, go against other people scouting you, but it's really to just play in our system and, play how we play and not really get sped up by what they're trying to do to us. So
sure.
That's probably a familiar adjustment to your freshman year. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I would agree.
And so I guess what were the things that were told to you at the time, and how frustrating was it at times? Not getting what I was getting.
It does get frustrating. Just being in that position. I mean, kind of going against something you've never really gone against, which is like other team scouts and, Big 12 conference scouts and other assistant coaches keying in and watching film and stuff. So it's a new kind of aspect to the game that is new to a lot of like freshmen newcomers coming in, but just really staying in it, not really getting too caught up in that and just playing your game, I think, and playing within, us and what we can do. I think that's just the most important thing that he can think back to. So I'm just reminding him that and just keeping him positive. So.
Ochai, Rich Hollenberg, ESPN. Going back to something that you said a little while ago about the scout on Oklahoma and making them play bad, can you give me a couple of examples defensively of how you can take them out of what they like to do offensively?
Just being more disruptive on the defensive end, getting more deflections, getting more steals, leading into easy baskets for us because, I mean, this year that's something that we've I would say we've struggled on, just being more disruptive on the defensive end and getting easy baskets that way, but also just making them make bad decisions just from our aggressiveness and just defensive presence. I think more of that's what I mean as in making them play bad.
Gotcha. And how about for you? Obviously, such a marked improvement in your three-point shooting this year. What would you attribute that to going back to off-season into this year?
I would say just really getting more reps up over that quarantine kind of summertime that we had off. Just getting more reps up every single day. Just getting more relaxation for my shot. Form, really just not really thinking too much into that and just being relaxed when I shoot. So that's really how I see it.
Was there any kind of routine? Like, did you have days when you wanted to make X amount of makes or X amount of shots, anything like that?
Nothing really like that. Just every day, just getting reps up till I felt like it was good enough. I mean, for that day, that's kind of how I did it. So,
Ochai, what was the switch for you from first half to second half against Baylor? It seemed like first half kind of quiet, and then second half it looked like you were more intentional about I got to get going. What was your mindset there between the two halves?
Really, I kind of talked to Coach about it a little bit. I had started off the game kind of really amped up, kind of too sped up. Didn't really get to that happy medium early on, but playing through foul trouble in the first half was kind of dealing with that. But, just coming out in the second half, staying aggressive, knowing that, we just had still of a fighting chance in that game. And, I just had to keep my team in it, just stay aggressive. So.
Did it feel natural? I mean, have you reached that point where that's you now?
Yeah. My teammates, they do a great job and just like keeping me confident, keeping me going, knowing that just to look for my shot and to stay aggressive because, like they need me on the court for that. So.
Sure.
All right, guys, we have Tristan here, so we're going to let Ochai go and get Tristan up.
Thank you, guys.